because most of the methylation is on cytosine. I'm not going to bother you. But those other methylations are very rare. But cytosine methylation is about, I think, 2 to 10%, depends on which cell you're looking at. So it's fairly all right. I mean, I might be wrong in numbers. Why am I showing you the right picture? Okay, we'll come to this later because I think you guys are confused. I don't want you to be confused. All right, very simple. What am I showing you now? A lot of my slides are taken, by the way, just to refer to this thing called animated biology from somebody called Arpan. I don't remember his last name, but I requested him to send me his slides because I was too lazy to make my slides. He's a professor in IGIB in Delhi, and his beautiful YouTube videos. You guys can go look at his YouTube videos. Okay, good. Exam pass करने की जिंदगी जियो भाई. Okay. All right. Methylation. It's a process with methyl groups. I liked it because I like his small videos. I liked his small videos I was looking at. I was like, can you please send me your slides? He was very kind to send the slides, so I should thank him first. Okay. What am I showing you now? Methylation occurs on cytosines bases. It can occur at random places. Does it? No, it doesn't occur at random places. It only occurs in the context of CpG bases. Okay. So C followed by a G. That's normally how, normally in most cells it occurs, except one, which is in the brain. We'll talk about neuroepigenetics in the 6th class if I'm alive by then, where we'll definitely talk about that. How many of you are plant epigeneticists, plant biotechnologists? Nobody's plant? I thought they're plant people. You are. Plants are very different kind of methylation, so they can occur in different contexts. CNG, CGHH, plants are different epigenetics. We can talk about it one day. I would try to talk about it just for you guys, but I don't remember a lot of it either. But yes, we should. Okay, methylation occurs in CpG context. It's a process, methylglyceride or DNA molecule. That's a very Arpan makes slides which are more meant for USMLE students, I think. So he makes it very simple. It's not really always correct though. Okay. So DNA methyltransferase is the enzymes that put the mark. Biological importance of this. It's important in numerous cellular processes. Embryonic development. Why are we talking about embryonic development? Huh? Okay, let's talk about what is embryonic development, not you, other people. What does embryonic development mean? Huh? Come on, guys. You want to tell me? Yes. Embryonic, fully developed human being. Okay, good. Fully developed human being is what, by the way? Fetus. Fetus that comes out of mother's womb, that's fully developed? Sometimes. Good answer, I like that. Okay. But is fetus developed earlier than that? Okay. Well, it's not a development class, so we'll not go there. I don't want to get there. But why is it so important? Why am I even talking about it? Why am I talking about it? Huh? Okay, good. Why are we talking about is very clearly answered here in 2 pictures that I'm showing you. From zygote to an embryo that has functional organs, right? That's where a lot of epigenetics comes into play, because by then we have decided what organ is going to be what, right? Okay, where is going to be eye, where is going to be intestine, where is going to be and where is going to be all your organs, right? Are we good? Okay, so embryonic development is critical. DNA methylation plays a key role very early on in setting up from that zygote to where different organs are and their correct developmental patterns. Okay, not that other stones etc. don't play; they all do. But DNA methylation was the most studied epigenetic mark, and that's what we talked about early on. Okay, there's a lot of role of embryonic development. We'll talk about. I have a whole DNA methylation class. So we'll talk about that. Genome imprinting. Somebody saw my genome imprinting. We'll talk about that later on. X chromosome inactivation. Have you guys heard of these things? No? Yes? So two X chromosomes come, one X chromosome gets repressed. That's called X chromosome inactivation. We'll talk about that, and somebody else will talk about it later. I won't. I think there's a class later on which talks about. I think Rajesh talks about it. Preservation of chromosome stability. Okay, the important things. DNA methylation is critical. Any and every epigenetic mark is critical for many things, but DNA methylation, just for the heck of it, goes important, and that is also very, very critical for what we discussed earlier, which is making different type of cells, a neuron, a somatic cell, a fibroblast. What's a fibroblast? Have you guys heard of fibroblast? How many people have heard of fibroblasts? Sorry, I'm sleepy. How many of you have heard of fibroblasts? Nobody? Cool. How many people have heard of epithelial cells? What is an epithelial cell? Everybody has heard of epithelial cell. Okay, give me an example of epithelial cell in your body. Skin. And you guys have not heard of fibroblasts? Blood plasma, every single organ contains tons of fibroblasts. Fibroblasts is probably one of the most abundant cell types in our body after epithelial cells and smooth muscle cells. Why am I throwing these names at you guys? Because you guys like names. Okay, neurons, fibroblasts, epithelial cells, different cell types come from different organs. You need to make sure that a gene is repressed. I talked about this earlier. A neurotransmitter is not expressed in a fibroblast, is not expressed in epithelial cells, but a fibroblast express the collagen. Fibroblasts are cells that support a lot of epithelial cell layering. Under that is fibroblast. There are muscle cells that support that layer. Have you guys had physiology? You guys know physiology? No? Read. Go watch YouTube videos, guys. It's fun. It's who you are. Aren't you curious? Who am I? What kind of animal am I? We are all animals at the end of the day, right? Have you guys never bothered to think what kind of animal am I? Are you serious? Yes, thank you. We are mammals. But who am I? How am I made? How is my eyes made? How is my ears made? How is my hair made? Right? When I do makeup, what am I going to do to my hair skin cells? Have you ever wondered? When I put oil, what happens? Why do I put oil every day? Right? Have you guys wondered? If you haven't, man, go on, wonder, read, watch YouTube videos, lots of YouTube shorts. Okay, put it on YouTube shorts. Right? Everybody has a phone, right? You guys, lots of YouTube shorts, right? Shah Rukh Khan songs. No? Ranbir Kapoor songs. No? What do you guys watch? Let me understand the pulse of what are you guys? Millennials. Gen Z? Ah, man, I thought you guys were millennials. 2000? When are you guys born? 2000 onwards, right? किसने दिया? भगवान ने नाम दिया Gen Z. 96 Gen Z. Interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. Life is beyond Gen Zs and millennials, right? Beyond YouTube shorts. But use your YouTube, right? There are great people like Arpan doing this for you. Watch it. Like, right? Your Facebook shorts. Anyways, that's that. Okay. So different cells, different organs, different cells have different genes suppressed, different regions suppressed. If I say genes kill me tomorrow, there are other regions that are very important, such as repeat elements that actually define your phenotype as well, more than genes a lot of times. So that's why genes are not everything. Okay, I'm not anti-gene, guys. I just want you to have a broader picture in your head. Think beyond genes, think beyond. DNA is DNA. Okay, DNA is DNA. You've got 6.6 billion bases in your body, in your cell. There must be a reason for it. The God that you believe in made it for some reason. The nature made it for some reason. Okay? All right. So what happens is, I wanted to end here because I talked a lot about monozygotic twins. I actually have a nice whole deck for tomorrow. I'm so happy I'm going to sleep today. This is just a general thing. I took it from somewhere. But bottom line is, as you inherit, right, as the cells inherit, the two, remember monozygotic twins, same DNA, one made one, the other made, one was green, one was red, because you had the same, you started with the same thing, but the environment again made you different. It induced a DNA methylation of different kind, okay, that got up and up and up, meaning there were other things that were made above that. It major reached a threshold where the cell said, I'm no more normal. I want to be diseased. I'm diseased. So then I became diseased. So that's how the phenotype got exhibited, right? Very simple terms. There's a lot more to it, but I want you to get the concept. The concept is, you start the same, but the epigenetic modifications such as DNA methylation happen to differ because of the environment you lived in. What does environment mean? Whoa, I have a slide for it. What does environment mean? Environment is epigenome. Actually, this is where I wanted to end. Environment is epigenomes. Somebody said nature versus nurture. Who was doing the thing in the morning? The good guy. Had read a lot. I picked up stuff from somewhere, AI or something. I was reading it. That was you? No, Vikas. Okay, was good. Okay. Boom. The environment is where you live, what you eat, what you get exposed to. You're exposed to me right now, my noise, and that is impacting your epigenetic changes somewhere in your body. Maybe in your neurons. That'll be a good thing, right? Am I making you think? Okay, good. I'm proud of myself today. Okay, environment is your epigenome, guys. Everything that you get exposed to changes the way your DNA methylation process occurs. How does that happen? How does that happen? How many of you eat palak? Everybody eats palak. Palak is fun. Palak has a lot of great things. What is the great thing in palak? Iron. Huh? Iron. Or okay. What does iron make? Okay, what food makes folate? Folate, folic acid, folate. Bookish knowledge. Come on, guys. We need to spit it out. Huh? Flax seeds. How many of you eat flax seeds? None of you. Somebody wants to eat. Okay, good. Flax seeds is great, right? Okay, I was just saying that something you eat makes folate. Why am I bringing folate into the picture? Go read it up. Answer tomorrow. Why am I bringing folate? All right, I think I will like to start there tomorrow, asking you guys where the folate is. There are drugs, there is psychological state, there is stress that I'm giving you right now. Oh, I don't know the answer to this. Kunal is going to ask me, how am I going to know this? I gave you stress. Stress changed your epigenome. It did. It does. How many of you are there where your father is like, go, gotta get a job, man, gotta get a job, right? Stress. How many of you live in that environment? I'm that father, by the way. My son is stressed. Okay? That stress, people have demonstrated, changes DNA methylation. Okay? And that stress, the kids who go through that stress develop neurological symptoms as they go along. Okay? So huge role to play the environment. Environment is my father who's giving me stress. This environment is me giving stress to my son who's going to have a neurological problem 50 years down the line. But I want him to go to MIT and Harvard. So why am I not giving him stress? I will, right? I am. Because I went to IIT, I should get my son into MIT and Harvard. So I'm making him stressed. That's environment. What you eat every day is your environment. Where you walk every day is environment. The water you drink is environment, right? Anything you intake is environment. Any exposure you have, that's the environment. Any medicine you eat, Ayurveda, is environment. How many people have you seen who take, वो बाबा जी ने क्या दिया है कुछ, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? नहीं, जड़ी बूटी नहीं, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? भस्म. Bhasma. What is bhasma? Ash. What is it? Chemicals of sorts, right? You're taking it without knowing what's going on, because my Babaji that I believe in thinks that is right. I'm not ridiculing anybody. I'm just telling you the facts. Okay? I'm not ridiculing anybody, guys. Sorry. And if I say bookish, don't make it. I know I said it a lot today. Okay? That's great. Indians do well because they are bookish. Okay? I actually believe in it. People may not believe in it, but a lot of times I believe in it. Okay. All right. So our environment is epigenome. That is what makes us who we are eventually. Doesn't matter what DNA you are born with. I just said a wrong sentence. It matters a lot, right? It matters. 90% of it is DNA sequence. 10% of it is epigenetics. But that's just a random number I gave you. That doesn't mean anything. I believe personally that a lot of it is genetics and a lot of it is epigenetics. Even though I am an epigenetics expert, I think epigenetics plays lesser role than genetics does, but epigenetics plays a very important role than genetics does. In just, the way we get exposed to diseases particularly. Of course, how you make your eye versus intestines, of course it is epigenetics, there's no question on that. Okay? All right? All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll talk tomorrow. Yes, questions? Yes.
In DNA, there is deoxyribose.
हाँ जी.
At second position, oxygen is absent.
हाँ जी.
What is so special with the second position?
मेरे को नहीं पता यार. सीरियसली नहीं पता. मैंने भी सोचा है कि क्या है स्पेशल उस बारे में. होगा कुछ. होगा मतलब I think structure is there, right? The structure where it gets connected to the thing. I don't know. Read about it. Sorry, I forget a lot of stuff. Brain only has इतना सा space, उसमें ज़्यादा ही जाता है. Okay? Tell me that tomorrow, by the way. Go read it, tell me tomorrow. Good? Are we good? Any other questions? Was it fun? Did I make you interested in science? Good. Okay, all right. I like that. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Okay, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. My name is Kunal. Kunal actually, not Na. Na. Yes.